If you want to build a team, this left side of the column here, where it's not just the production, but it's the number of writers that you bring on to your team that helps you to move up in those contract levels. So let's take a look at what that would be if I'm a part-time agent just getting started. What kind of income could I make? All right, so part-time agent, we're looking at 15 to 20 hours a week worth of work. That's between doing some training, making some dials or sending out text messages, booking my appointments, sitting on those appointments, and sitting on enough appointments that I write 6 policies and place those 6 policies in a given month. I'm on an 80% starting contract, average case size being $1,000, and we're seeing that trend go up. This has been the long-term average of $1,000 per case, or about $80, $85 a month that the client is paying for their policy. But we'll keep it to this average, but that is starting to trend higher. And then the carriers that we work with, once I place a policy, they advance me 75% of my first year commission. All right, so if I write a $1,000 policy and I'm on an 80% contract, the carriers owe me $800 for writing that for the whole year. And they're going to advance me 75% or $600 as soon as that policy issues, okay? So let's take a look at what that looks like. I write 6 policies, $6,000 for the month, 80% commission. That's $4,800 that the insurance carriers owe me in commission. They're going to advance 75% of that. If I do that every year, just stand at an 80% contract every year. Every month, if I do that every month throughout the year, then I'm going to be looking at $43,000 in advanced commission. All right, so that's what's going to be in my pocket in advance. And then that 25% that the insurance carriers are holding on to, they're going to pay me that back starting in the 10th month of a policy being put into place. So after 10 months, I'm going to start getting paid on policies that I wrote 10 months ago. All right, and when you take in that total compensation for that first full year of work that you've done, that's $57,600 in total compensation that you'll be seeing coming to you. And again, this is on a part-time basis, okay? So now let's take a look on the full-time side, all right? Full-time side, you're gonna be putting in 30 to 35 hours a week on production, okay? So that doesn't mean that's not all the work that you've done. This is just the production work that you're doing. Getting your leads, making your dials, doing your training, seeing your appointments, going on those appointments, writing applications, and then following up on that business after the fact. What we're looking at here is if I write 20 pieces of business over the course of that month, I'm going to place 15. Everything that we write doesn't always get issued, doesn't always place. So 15 placed policies out of 20 sales for the month. I'm on a 95% contract level now, still the same average case size, 75% carrier advance. So let's take a look at what this boils down to. So that's $15,000 a month of issued business at a 95% commission. That's $14,250 that the insurance carriers owe you, okay? 75% carrier advance, you do that for 12 months, you did every month for 12 months at the same contract level, right? You're looking at $128,000 in advanced commissions, okay? The only thing that comes out of this is taxes, which we can't stop that, guys. Your cost of business, which our biggest cost of business is just the leads that we pay, right? And someone who's running at this level, you might be spending $1,500 to $2,000 a month on leads. So let's call it $2,000 a month and say I spent $24,000 that year on leads. Subtract that out of that, I'm still left with $104,000 in advanced commissions. Make sense? Now, that 25% that the carriers are holding, I'm gonna start getting that back starting in month 10. And when we add that all up, when I get all that advanced or the held commissions back, that would be a total first year compensation of $171,000. Now, does that take work? Yes. Do people make $171,000 not putting in effort, not putting in work, not seeing clients and doing it consistently? Now, people say, oh, well, I can't make that. Well, yeah, if you're saying that, you probably can't make that. If you're someone who's willing to come in and put in the work and see the clients, use the tools, learn the tools, use the training that we have, use the system that we have in place, you're gonna be able to see this by just hitting these numbers. And these aren't crazy numbers. We have agents that are going out and writing 30, 40, 50 policies a month right now because of how efficient things have become with virtual sales, telephonic sales, and how quickly we can now write and issue applications. From that point, from the point of, okay, I can go out and personally produce, I've learned how to do that. but I want something more. I want to build something that outlasts me, that works when I'm not working. And that's where we have ownership, where we can start to build an organization and get to the point where we have true contractual ownership of our organization through Symmetry Financial Group. And I say contractual, and there's a point for that. There's plenty of places that will say, well, you have the rights to your book of business, and you're vested from day one. We're vested from day one too. You have the rights to your book of business. But when it comes to, as you build your organization, you're able to actually sign a contract with Symmetry where your business belongs to you. By belongs to you, I mean you can sell your business, you can retire from your business, there are disability benefits where your business can still run and continue to produce for you even if you're not able to be there. And the biggest one, and the one that means the most to me, and what I've unfortunately had to see happen within our organization a couple times over the time that I've been here, is if you were to pass away, your business can be willed to your family. Your wife, your spouse, your husband, your children, your grandchildren. What you've built does not end just because you're not here. You actually can leave that business to them. They can take it over. They can start to run it. You can set up proxies to run it for them, and they can continue to get the income that you've built up for them. That's legacy. That's something that in most places you just cannot do. And that's what we have the opportunity to do with this exclusive agency ownership program. And as you build an organization, you'll see why, to me, it was extremely important that if I invested the time that I put in here, that I had the ability to pass this on to my family. So let's say you're this young lady here, you've worked yourself all the way up to 105% contract, you've hired a handful of agents. They're on different contracts. The lady at the top here at 100%, this gentleman here's at 90. You got a starting agent down here brand new on an 80% contract. And you make the difference. When we talk about that, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's effort. So your job is to empower them to go out and earn what they get to earn at their 90, 95, 85, 100% contract. And the insurance carriers are going to pay you the difference or the spread between their contract and yours, all right? So let's see what this actually looks like on a financial standpoint. So if you go out and you're at a 105% contract, you produce $15,000 a month in volume, your personal advance commission will be $11,812. Your agency goes out and writes $35,000. Your average spread amongst all your agents is 15%. That carrier advance, that's $3,900 that you're earning in commissions from your agency. So your total monthly advance commissions is $15,750. Do that 12 months in a row, $189,000 in commissions paid out to you in advance. And then when that 25% starts to get paid back, it's going to bring your total compensation for that year worth of work up to over $250,000 in income for the year. Now, you doing $15,000 and your agency doing $35,000, that's not a huge amount of volume to go out and create. But that's the potential that it brings back, the value that you're adding to the clients that are being served in this process and the agents who are earning the income that they're earning, that you're going to make over $250,000 in a year from this work here as an agency owner. And this is just the start. This is the baseline that we look at for an agency owner. If I want to take that to the next level, what does that look like? So 50,000 of net places where we were. Now this is a 10 times the size organization. So for some people that might take them 2 years to do. For some people it might take them a decade to do. But I promise you it's worth it when you take a look at how these numbers play out from this. So $500,000 in agency placed production, that average 15% spread. Now at this point in time, you may be running this more like a business where there's going to be a portion of that spread, a portion of the income that you're earning that's paying for staff, for an office, for things to help you run and manage a much larger organization than what you were running when you were just doing $50,000 a month in volume. But this is what the numbers break down to. $500,000 in place premium, 15% average spread, 75% carry advance, that's $56,000 in commission that are paid out on a monthly basis, okay? 12 months out of the year, over $675,000 in commissions that are paid to you, to your business at this point in time. And then when you work in the back end, that 25% that the insurance carriers are holding, you're looking at $900,000 in total advance or total commission that's paid out on that year's worth of work, all right? But wait, there's more. This is the point where those Symmetry bonuses kick in, all right? So at this point in time, you're going to be getting the SFG equity bonus. This is a bonus off of the entire company, not just on your team. In addition to other bonuses, the carriers kick in bonuses here and there. I'm a big fan of Foresters. Just from the volume that my team does on a regular basis, we get a $375 marketing credit every single month, it seems, just because we're doing that amount of volume. Every little bit adds up, and we have so many carriers that do that kind of stuff for us. But when you add in just the Symmetry bonuses that you're eligible for at this point, that's over $228,000 of bonuses per year. Add that to the $900,000 in total first year compensation, and that puts you at $1.128 million in revenue that's coming into your business. And I do say this is revenue. Don't look at this number and be like, I just made $1 million a year, okay? You have a business now, all right? You're gonna have staff at this point in time. You may want to have an office for those staff to work at. You may want to do like some of our largest agencies in the country. They don't have physical offices. They do it out of their home. Their staff works virtually out of their homes. So this is what I start with, and then I have to, of course, got some taxes that come in on that, but there's the expenses that I'm gonna pay out of this so that I do come to that final number that this is my actual take-home revenue from what I'm doing, or take-home income from what I do on an annual basis. But this is it. I mean, it's really very basic. We help families with life insurance. There's a certain amount of premium that we send up, and the carriers pay us a percentage based on where we are and what we've done, how many people that we have doing it with us on an annual basis. We get advanced 75% of our annual commission up front in the month that it is written, and then the other 25% comes to us in months 10, 11, and 12. And so we just start to build up that cycle of more business being generated, more production going up to the carriers, more clients served and helped, and that increases our income. And this is where I was saying, like, there really is just no cap. How big can you build this? We don't know. We haven't had anybody really, well, I won't say no one's tried, right? People are trying, but we haven't seen where this can potentially stop. And that's what it continues to excite me about Symmetry to this day. In addition to that, I talked a little bit about some of the trips and the incentives. That's what I love about this company, love about this industry. I actually now live in Puerto Rico because I went on an incentive trip to Puerto Rico, and I was like, this is really nice. And my wife was like, this is very nice. And 2 years later, we find that we're moving to Puerto Rico. We move our business to Puerto Rico, and we still operate everything that we do in the US, but we operate from Puerto Rico. So we have that freedom of choice, that freedom of movement, that freedom of the time that we now get to spend with our 4 kids, growing up on an island, going to the beach when they want to go to the beach, and we get to have kind of a vacation time a lot of the times because of what this industry allows. But just being able to see the world with business partners and friends that we are able to build with this company has been one of the unsung benefits, I think, of this industry. And I hope that you get a chance to experience that too, because there's some amazing places that these carriers are getting ready to take us this coming year, and of course, moving forward.